Chapter 12. Mrs. Breadhouse to the Rescue. The next morning brought brief rain shower to Ever After High, just enough to keep the grass green and the flowers supple. After the clouds drifted away, the sun went to work, gently waking the school with its warm embrace. Because it was Saturday, most students chose to sleep in. Thus, breakfast was served at a later hour. After eating hot cross buns, Ginger and Melody settled at their desks to study. Melody disappeared behind her headphones as she worked on music theory throne work. Ginger fed a pair of guppies that shared a fish tank with Jelly. Jelly, being a magical candy fish, didn't need to eat. Just as Ginger began to memorize the wish cake recipe, her mirror phone buzzed. It was a hex from Professor Rumpelstiltskin. "What time is the date?" Weird. He even texts with an accent. Ginger groaned. She couldn't put this off much longer. She had to call her mother and ask her for this horrid favor. She checked to make sure Melody was distracted by music. She carried her phone into her closet and shut the door. She wanted privacy for this particular conversation. After turning on the overhead light, she pushed aside shoes and hats and sat on the carpet. Then she dialed her mother's number. It rang 5 times before a familiar voice answered. "Hello, sweetie pie. So nice to hear from you." Her mother appeared on the mirrored shop screen. "Hi, Mom." Though the makeover had happened a while ago, Ginger still wasn't used to seeing her mom with pink hair and eyeliner. But she wasn't looking quite right. Is that a fake eyelash on your cheek?" Mrs. Breadhouse flicked away the lash. "It takes so much energy to put in all that makeup every morning," she sighed. "I'm having trouble keeping up with the beauty routine," Ginger noticed that green roots were showing along the part in her mother's hair, and her mom's fingernails were ragged again. "Mom, you don't have to. How's school?" Mrs. Breadhouse asked. A raven clawed in the background. "Fine." Ginger paused, then peeked out a crack in the door. Melody was plugged into her music, tapping her feet to a rhythm. Ginger scooted to the back of the closet until she was hidden behind a long winter coat. Mom, there's something I need to ask you." "What's that, Smoochy Poochie?" "I made a deal with Rumpelstiltskin." Mrs. Breadhouse gasped. "You didn't promise him your firstborn, did you?" "No, but I kind of promised him a date with you." Long drawn-out silence hissed through the phone. Ginger cringed. Surely her mother was angry. Surely she'd refused. But when she finally spoke, her voice was a matter of fact. I don't know your I don't need your help finding a date, dearie. I filled out my personal statement with a new non-witchy dating site. Listen to this. Seeking an companion who enjoys old-fashioned cooking and no unexpected allergy with no unexpected allergy reactions or unusual side effects. She frowned. Does that sound normal? Yeah, I guess so. It sounds so boring to me. It sounds so boring to me. Everyone wants to have romantic dinners and take long walks at the sunset. What about a nice hike through a swamp or a trip to the emergency room? Now that's a date. Mom. The thing Ginger was about to confess felt so heavy she sank against the wall. I still need you to go on a date with Rumpelstiltskin. My Miracast show is a failure. No one's watching. I'm watching, and our neighbor is watching. That old woman who lives in a shoe. Thanks, Mom. But my crew is going to quit if I don't do something to get more people to watch. What does Rumpelstiltskin have to do with this? I asked him for a special recipe. Yo, what? Why didn't you come to me for a special recipe? I have more special recipes than I can count. Yes, but I don't want to poison anyone. On my show, I see. Sticking to the whole I don't want to be a wicked witch thing. Mrs. Breadhouse sighed. Huh? I keep hoping you'll change your mind. Rumpelstiltskin gave me a recipe for a wish cake. The special potion infuses the cake with a wishing spell. I'm sure I can get a lot of viewers with a recipe like that. But he wanted something in return. Ginger held her phone closer and lowered her voice to a whisper. She really didn't want anyone to overhear the next sentence. Apparently, you two dated? The Candy Witch shrugged. We did? Did we? That was a very long time ago. Who can remember the details? He remembers, and he loves your cooking. Really? She cackled with surprise. Nobody loves my cooking. In exchange for the wish cake recipe, I promised that you'd go on another date. Could you cook him something? Ginger stared into the phone. Please? I'm curious, Ginger Pie. Who have you chosen to eat the wish cake? Hopper Croakington II. A boy? She smiled. Do you like this boy? Ginger shook her head. No, it's not like that. But even on the small screen, her blush revealed the truth. Okay, so I like him. A little. He's nice. Mrs. Bennington reached into the pantry and grabbed a picnic basket. For my daughter who wants to give a wish to a boy she likes, I will cook a meal for Rumpelstiltskin. A meal he'll never forget. She cackled so loudly it echoed off the closet walls. Thanks, Bob. Ginger was about to hang up, but something bothered her. Bob? Yes? Do you still like your makeover? I mean, I'm at boarding school now, and everyone here already knows that I'm your daughter. so there's no reason to keep hiding your true appearance. But Sweetie Pie, if I come to visit you at school, isn't it better if I look like this? I don't want all the children fleeting in terror, do you? I guess not, but then it's centered. Well, I'd better get back to work on this gourmet picnic for Rumpy. Bye. Bye. The screen went black. Ginger had noticed a touch of sadness in her mom's voice. She'd ask her mother about it next time they spoke. For now, everything was falling into place. The recipe, the guest, a special lunch for Rumpelstiltskin. Ginger felt lighter, as if her worries had floated away. She opened the closet door. Babel's fond, wicked smile greeted her. Just so you know, Babel said, I heard everything.
Da da da!